Life 2 million years ago. Intro 30 sec. Let's take a journey far back in time to a world that existed 2 million years ago. There were no cities, no cars, no phones, only land, forests, mountains, and the people who were our ancient ancestors. This was the time when modern humans had not fully evolved yet, but their journey had already begun. Where they lived, pre-human men. 2 million years ago, early humans, known as Homo habilis and later Homo erectus, lived in small groups. They did not have houses made of bricks or concrete. Instead, they searched for natural shelters. Sometimes they stayed under large trees, inside caves, or behind big rocks. These places kept them safe from wild animals like bears, lions, and large predators that roamed the land. What they ate, 30 sec. Their food was very simple. Because there was no farming and no markets, they were mostly hunter-gatherers. That means some people went hunting, while others collected fruits, seeds, and edible roots from the forest. Hunting included small animals, fish, and sometimes bigger ones, like deer or wild goats. But they had no swords or arrows, only stone tools or wooden sticks. At first, they ate raw meat. Cooking over fire was a new discovery that came later, and it became a huge change in their lives. What they wore. Burning, shamanine. Clothing was very basic. In the earliest times, there were no clothes at all. People covered their bodies with leaves, tree bark, or animal skins to protect themselves from the cold. Some tribes wrapped animal hides with fur around their shoulders. These clothes were not designed for style or beauty. They were purely for survival. Daily routine, 1 min 30 sec. Their day started with the sunrise. The whole group would go out to search for food. Women and children mostly gathered fruits, nuts, and berries, while men often went hunting, but everyone shared the food they found. In the afternoon, they rested in a safe place or worked on making tools, shaping stones or bones into something useful. Before nightfall, they returned to caves or safe areas, lit fires, told stories, and kept watch to protect each other from danger. Their mindset and purpose. One mind. For early humans, survival was the only goal. They had no written language, no science, and no technology. But they learned from nature which fruits were safe to eat, which animals were dangerous, and how the weather would change. This knowledge was passed down to children, ensuring the group's survival for generations. Ending. Life 2 million years ago may seem simple, but it was incredibly hard. Every day was a fight to survive. Every night was a test of courage. Yet these struggles made humans stronger, and the world we live in today began with them. Think about it. Without those people, we would not be here at all.
In a world far removed from the history we know, there existed a time over 1 billion years past. This era, dubbed the Ancient Dawn, saw the flourishing of life forms that vastly differed from those inhabiting the Earth today. On this primordial planet, the landscapes were wild and untamed. Towering over the horizon were lush primitive forests that stretched across the land, teeming with colossal plants and bizarre creatures. The air was thick with the scent of undisturbed vegetation and the ominous calls of prehistoric animals that ruled the terrain. In this distant world imagined by thinkers and dreamers, human-like beings called the Primus roamed these terrains. The Primus appeared more like a figment of imagination than any known ancestor of mankind. They were taller, with long, sinewy limbs, their skin a marbled mosaic that protected them against the fierce rays of a younger sun. These beings had developed a basic, yet intriguing society. Although they spoke no words we would recognize, Their minds were intricate, capable of telepathic communication. Their lives were harmonized with nature, living in vast communities under the green canopies and near winding rivers. Their society revolved around rituals that honored the massive creatures and the celestial bodies above. One such ritual night, a mysterious aurora danced across the sky, setting the stage for a narrative steeped in suspense. Elders of the Primus gathered, feeling the impending shift that this celestial event heralded. Within the luminous display, an unfamiliar object began to descend, a beacon from the stars. As the object touched the ground, the community's bravest approached, feeling the tension and curiosity rise. It was a rock of strange substance, beyond anything the Primus had ever encountered. Touching it revealed a tapestry of visions, flashes of time, clusters of stars, and the echoes of a future far beyond their existence. This serendipitous event led to profound changes among the Primus. They began to understand the vastness of time and their place within the grand tapestry of the universe. Their rituals evolved, and the tale of the beacon became a legend passed through generations, a touchstone for their existence and the harbinger of wisdom. The ancient dawn tale left an indelible mark on the canvas of the cosmos, a fictional yet fascinating imagining of a world that existed 1,000 million years ago, echoing with the lives of those who could have been our distant kin.